start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this,
aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is
to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
and the Buffaloes.
and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you this is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A-game today.
Noise early. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Catch in the middle. It's good. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is...
Ball, maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon, but usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
Finds his man down the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. It's a reverse. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets rid of it. It falls in second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'll run play action. Fires on the move. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Escapes the sack. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Dances away from one. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield. And
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frogs some time. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to run for it. The Huskers will move the sticks.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Fires to the big fella. Ran through the tackle, and he's got, look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Getting some heat. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This feels like 4 down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Owen. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
And they tacked on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Throwing right. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception.
And he's got it inside the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about. But I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Buffaloes will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Smashes through the tackle. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
That's caught. It's Allen. At the 20, he's got space. Just trucks through it. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top. The Huskers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? From the gun, they'll try the middle. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. Trying to punch it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Third and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
Touchdown, Huskers! And that one will give them the lead.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Toss sweep to the left. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fires a bullet. Oh, it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bucs! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Now the play fake. It's caught.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker. One down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And you can tell, all eyes on this team. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Coleman. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Huskers will call on their punt team. A high kick trying to pin them deep. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Looking for space, it's Hood. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hood. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hood. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They'll try it on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's missed twice today, but make this one, and he's everybody's hero. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game.